Hey, Chris Handy here. I've been seeing a lot of folks sharing webinar links from Zoom and meeting links from Zoom, and they may or may not be marketers. A lot of them are teachers that are holding online class, which is awesome. And then even marketers who maybe are not used to using Zoom in their everyday work. And one of the things I'm seeing is that there's just these open links out there that anyone can join, and we're not really capturing any of the folks that come to those meetings. One of the things that Zoom is great for is capturing an audience. And by capture, I mean just building an audience that you can reach out to later so that you can invite them to further stuff. And I think in a couple of weeks, when this becomes the new normal of us kind of running Zoom more and this being more of an everyday thing, we're going to be wanting to look back and see, well, how were those webinars doing that we were doing? And what kind of audience are we building up? And are we growing an audience in this day and age? So I thought what I'd do is just share with you a couple of things that I've learned along the way when it comes to using Zoom as a webinar platform and integrating with your marketing automation systems and email systems and really anything else you want to. So I'll start here by sharing my screen and showing you that I'm just on the integrations page for Zoom. You can Google this. You can just say Zoom integrations help page or something like that, and you'll get this page right here. And really what this is showing us is that there are native integrations for almost any platform that marketers use, and for other things like Google Calendar. For instance, if you are not already automatically generating a meeting link in Zoom for every Google Calendar appointment you have, you can add this to Google Calendar and it will do that for you. So there's no 5 or 10 minutes wasted at the beginning about who has the Zoom link. You got to check this out. I use it all the time. I've been using it for years. It's fabulous. You can make sure that there's no confusion. But before I move on, for the teachers out there, there is this section down below, this learning management system integration section. And for K through 12 and for higher ed, Blackboard and Moodle and some of these things are going to be very familiar. You may already be using these. But Zoom integrates directly with those so that you can have Zoom and authenticate. And I just urge you to check these out. So if you're in education, check these out and see if there's anything there for you. But for the purposes of this, I want to focus on the integrations. So let's look at marketing integrations. You got HubSpot, you got Pardot, Infusionsoft, Salesforce, Marketo, Eloqua, almost anything you would want to be something that helps you gather audience, gather email addresses, create lists that you can follow up with later. Now, how do those work? Well, let's look at the HubSpot integration. So the HubSpot integration, and if you want a particular platform kind of walked through, I can do that. So just drop me a link, comment down below, and I'll help you go through that. But basically, what you're going to want to do is go into HubSpot, and provided you have a marketing subscription on the Pro or Enterprise plan, this works. Now, if you don't, that's okay. And I'll pause real quick to talk about this Zapier integration. Zapier is one of those things that's like the duct tape of the internet. And you can integrate your Zoom webinar list with just about any platform you would want to. You can put it in an Excel spreadsheet. You can have it put in MailChimp. Any email platform, any CRM is likely to have an integration with Zapier, and you'll be able to do that. So you can say, hey, look, when someone signs up for a meeting or a webinar or logs into my meetings or webinars, I want that to specifically tell MailChimp, hey, look, here's a new email address. Here's a new email address or contact for my CRM. Maybe it's not something that has a native integration. Or maybe you don't have a full marketing subscription to HubSpot and you want to integrate with your HubSpot CRM free. You can do that right here in Zapier. So I urge everybody to go check out Zapier. Let's just stick with this example, right? With HubSpot marketing. And if I'm logged in, and you might have to be an administrator or talk with the administrator at your company to see how this works. But if you kind of hover over your face on the top right, you'll see this integrations section. And now, depending on what version of HubSpot you've been updated to, you might have to go into settings and find it. But if you just generally search for integrations, you're going to find this page where you can grab your HubSpot API key, and then you come back to Zoom and go to the integrations page of Zoom and basically configure HubSpot and paste the API key. That's it. Then when you schedule a webinar, you can go in and move people to automatically approve. And you can then even use HubSpot landing pages to add people to your Zoom webinar. You can do both ways you can do this. So there's a lot of ways to use HubSpot's platform to create new contacts for people logging into your webinars. You can create a nice looking landing page for it. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. We can dig into this further if you want. Just let me know below. Wanted to just kind of give you a quick jog to say, hey, look, wait a minute, you can do this better right now. You can make the experience better so that people get automatic reminder emails and all those kinds of things. So if you have any questions or want me to walk through even more Zoom integrations or how to just customize Zoom to send out meeting reminders, then I can do that as well. So hopefully this helps you. Again, this is Chris Handy. I'm just here thinking about what can provide the most value of my experience in kind of working in a virtual environment for a long time. And if you have any questions, let me know.